crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford mediocrity. If we do nothing,
We do nothing. Oh, boy, howdy shit. I don't even want to think about not doing nothing.
floats
Oh,
away.
shit, no, baby. We got things to do.
Get up off of that thing when it's voting day.
It's the day, baby. You don't let that day slip by. How in the hell y'all doing? It is Sunday, baby. I'm glad y'all are here. Anyway, it's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. I see new people in the room. Always glad to see our family expand a little bit. Anyway, Victoria Osborne, first one to jump in. Hey, glad you're here, baby. And Dorothy Tyndall's here. Bruce, Preston, Stephanie, and Jay are both there, and they're babysitting now. Cool, man. Cool. Yes, he seems a little upset, doesn't he, Stephanie? Anyway, Kelly K. Duncan is here. Thank you very much. There's Keith Ellis and Martha Smart. Thank you. Ardessa, also known as Purple Moon Dragon, baby. How are you doing? Sean King is here. The Feral Female Society is amongst our midst, so y'all behave yourself here. Michael Falbister's here. Adina Michael, Jeff Curry, Donald Ware is here. Carol Gillens, let me see, Randy Peterson. Woo pig, buddy's right there. Jose Marquez, thank you for being here. I always got something to say, buddy. It's usually overrated. Anyway, glad you're here. Robin Lyons, Carol Gillens, thank you. John Cass, let me jump on down here. Dorothy Tyndall, I see you in there. Oh, wait a minute. Hit the damn button, John. Jeanette Miller, I see flying by. Virginia Woodley, who we will appreciate her voice. Martha Oliveira, our resident. And Keith Thompson must be here. Anyway, baby, it's Tuesday. And boy, howdy shit, I know I don't have to ask too many of y'all if y'all saw the hearings Monday. So, yeah, boy, howdy, what right. And again, I want to reiterate, we're hearing things we already know. We're just hearing the evidence right in front of a committee under oath, you know. So it's the no bullshit story instead of everything that we imagined happened that did happen. And so now they're just going down the list. In yesterday's hearing was mostly about witnesses, baby, that were telling Donnie that he was losing. Hey, you're losing your shit here, buddy. Get your concession speech ready. Let's have an orderly transition. Yeah, that's what they was telling him. We want to hear an orderly transition. Donnie didn't take that route, though. We all know that. He talked to Rudy Giuliani, a little wino there, I guess. Anyway, and took the tack that he did, and he started the big lie. But here's the rub. He's sticking with it, baby. He ain't turning loose about it. He's doubling down. He's going nuts over the shit. Are you shitting me? Put out a 12-page pity party letter talking about all sorts of shit. He didn't back down from crap. Still, the election is his. It was stolen. He's the rightful president. All that shit. He's still floating that idea. And he has no choice, really. He's got a money-making machine with these maggots, baby. I think that came out talking about the $250 million that he's already collected for a defense fund that ain't got nothing to defend. But there you are making money. And he ain't gonna about to turn that loose. I have said, is my dog licking my foot? Yes, Jack, I didn't even know you was in here. I have an audience. Anyway, I was glad it was the dog licking my foot. I'd be nervous if it was something else. Anyway, he's doubling down. And in his little pity letter, he said it started out with, if they had real evidence, they'd have real hearings and with equal representation. Are you shitting me? Didn't we offer that up? Wasn't it going to be a full bipartisan committee? And Mitch McConnell said no, but we ended up getting 2 Republicans anyway. In my book, about the only 2 left with any integrity at all. And there might be some that might be coming along trying to hang on to some, but as a party, I swear they've lost their ever-loving freaking mind. But it's a 12-page pity party letter about how he won. But at the end of it, he's talking about how he is going to motivate the right to take it back. I'd just like to know what he means by that, and just how far he wants to push this shit, because if you ask me, he's not out there holding political rallies, baby. He's out there holding a recruitment tool for an army. Like the what was that? We saw 31 of them in a U-Haul van up in Idaho. Are you shitting me? The little maggots. Yeah, that's who we're dealing with. So, you know, we just have to deal with this shit as it comes along, and I can't wait for the next hearing. It was supposed to be tomorrow night, and was supposed to be concentrating on the Department of Justice, which I think we saw a little bit of that when Bill Barr was up there testifying, calling a bunch of bullshit. So it was concentrating on how Donnie was going to try to manipulate the Department of Justice in order to declare that there was fraud in the election, and thereby overturn it that way. That plan didn't work out. But the next night is going to concentrate on Donnie's attempt to influence Mike Pence, to overturn the election. Evidently, they're getting mighty confident that there has been crimes committed by Donnie. Go figure, and ain't that a big surprise? No, it's not a big surprise to anybody that he is a lying, stinking thief, con man, grifter, you name it. That's what he has always been. He's always sold the illusion that he is something that he's not. But it has made him a lot of money over the years. But he's still the con man that he has always been. He is still the guy that's trying to sell you Trump University or Trump steaks or Trump wine or Trump whatever to get the money out of your pocket, baby. It's always been about that, and he ain't about to turn this loose. Are you shitting me? If we let the Republicans take over the midterms, I guarantee you his ass is going to declare his candidacy for the 24 election to get protection from all those evil Democrats that are just going to make up shit to try political advantage on the president. Oh, man, are you shitting me? I can all see it coming. Anyway, let's see here. I see some new names up here. So, you know, well, before we get to the new names, always, because she is the mother hen of our group, we want to check in with Velda Lee. Velda, how are you, dear? You got your mic muted. There you are.
I'm good.
Good. How everything's been going good? I mean, you know.
Well, I've been almost 8 days without internet or telephone. I got it back today.
Just in time, baby. See how it's in mysterious ways. That's what they say. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing it out. Hey, maybe we got help here.
Found out what happened, though.
What?
You know all those rainstorms we had coming through last week?
Yeah. Right in the middle of the rainstorm, the black helicopter came out and cut your lines?
With an electrical shock.
Oh, no shit. Burned your lines up.
Took a direct hit on one of the substations.
Boy, howdy. Well, I'm glad you got everything back.
Knocked out half of White County.
Man, boy, howdy. Well, then we're glad
I'm
that you
glad
got
I
it
got
all.
it back.
Yeah, got it all turned back on. Just today?
Now I'm now I'm trying to play catch up.
Yeah. Good luck with that. You ain't never gonna just start where you are and go on from there. No, you got things you got to catch up on everything. Sure. So.
Uh, so I just decided I'd drop in and say howdy,
Well,
howdy,
I
ho.
am glad you did. How you liking the hearing so far? Have you been able to see him for one?
So I've been catching little snippets off and on,
Oh, yeah. Well, that's you're getting the best parts probably. You know,
and
but
so
now you'll be
yeah,
able to watch Thursdays. We ain't got one
yes,
tomorrow,
I
man. That
will.
disappointed me. I was all pumped up and ready to go. You know, I'm sitting here looking at the TV, going, yeah. Come on. Let's get to the good stuff here. And we got a little tidbit today. What's his name? I can't remember his name. It was Donnie's. I think it's one of Donnie's lawyers. Man, I can't remember his name right now. Anyway, they gave out a little
I
video
know
of
who
him
you're
today.
talking about.
Right. I think most of
No,
us
it
do. Just haven't got a brain like mine that, you know.
begins with an H.
Yeah, that guy. Thank you. Let's go through the alphabet until we spell it. Anyway, that guy who came out and was talking to Erkman. Erkman. What? Ah, shit.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, baby. Anyway, Erkman, I think, and telling him, yeah, you better get yourself a lawyer. And that's the big discussion now because they say the panel is split, and I don't think so. I don't know if there's so much split as they're giving. The way I want to look at it, I guess, is they're giving the Department of Justice the opportunity to step forward when they recognize a crime has been committed. And
Right.
we saw Merrick Garland stand up there and tell everybody that they were watching the committee, and so were the January 6 attorneys. So let's
Did
see.
see that thing on
Let's
Barr
see.
though.
Huh?
I did see the thing some of what Barr was saying and stuff.
Oh, about it
thing
being
is-
bullshit?
Yeah, but the thing is, why the fuck didn't he do his job when he was in the office and stop it in its tracks when he had the chance to do it? Why did he have to wait for his fucking
if you
book
listen to
come out?
him, he's going to tell you that he went to the president and told him it was bullshit, and he decided to go the other way. Yes, at that time, Barr should have come out and said, I advise the president that this is bullshit, but he is taking a different route, and I want to wash my hands of it. That's what he should have said, but he didn't do that. He just came out and
Should have
resigned.
done it when
He
we
played
had
it
that first impeachment.
when the Mueller investigation was over, and he came out with his little hat and cane and danced around. There's nothing to see here, folks. These are not the droids you're looking for, and go on about your business. That was the telling tale of who Barr was right there, because there's 10 counts of obstruction of justice in that report. So what happened, Barr? There's just
Barr needs to be disbarred.
well, he ain't there no more, but he needs to be looked at. I can't
Absolutely.
imagine his hands are clean with this shit. I just think he saw a sinking ship and decided he was going to bail before the shit hit the fan, because Barr's not stupid. He's wise enough to see that this was coming down the pike, that there was going to come a time either Donnie was going to be king forever, or there was going to be hell to pay. And guess what? Hell is here, baby, and it's asking for a little payment.
I'm hoping so.
Let's open the call up here, and I see some names.
Yeah.
If you see,
I don't know them.
I don't either. Johnny A. How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine, sir. And yourself?
I'm real well, thank you very much.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What do you
Johnny.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm from New Jersey, and I'm pretty liberal minded.
Well, welcome to the crowd. You're in good company.
I'm swimming in a sea of red here, though. I'm probably the reddest of the red in this county, so
Brother, I feel your pain. It is how I got my name, a blue dot in Texas, is because I am surrounded by it literally on my street, in my face. So it's hard, you know. But what do? You know.
Well, guess we're gonna keep trucking, right? We're just gonna keep hoping.
That's what I see, and you know, I'll tell you really the truth. I was a little inspired today by Joe Biden's speech that he gave today. That the whole time he was up there speaking, and he's speaking so adamantly, I just kept thinking to myself, "Yep, okay, fired up, ready to go. Let's go. Fired up, ready to go." And I hope he accomplishes the goal of motivating more people, because you know we're facing a difficult situation with the economy, and baby, this ain't his doing, and but the Republicans are going to try to point to it and say, "Oh, look at here," you know, it's the way the game is played.
Even if it wasn't a problem, they'd be pointing there's a problem.
I swear they try to make things as difficult in this country as they possibly can, so they can point to it and say, "Look how terrible things are." You know, right now they're standing in the way of everything he's trying to get done, and
Republicans don't want to govern; they want to rule.
that's exactly what they want to do. And I fear that if we let them back in the midterms, if you let the Republicans take control of the Senate, oh baby, this whole investigation thing's just going to go out the window. If they take the House too, oh, it's all over, baby. And I swear, if they do, the next move, I think, and I don't know, we'll wait and see if I'm right or not, but if they do, that's going to be the next big event, will be him declaring his presidency, his bid for 24, because it's going to afford him a lot of protections, and he can continue his grift even if later he drops out. He could still raise an awful lot of money, and that's the name of the game with him.
Even the people who are speaking at the investigation, they're not being truthful because they at the in front of Congress, and yet they're going back out and still passing a lie.
Yeah, that's why he can't do anything else. He cannot come out at this point, Johnny, and say, "Well, y'all got me with the evidence here." Well, hey, he doesn't speak like that, but y'all got me with the evidence here, and I'm sorry, and I'll fade away into history. He's not going to do that. He's got a money train going with these maggots. They've tossed patriotism out the freaking window, baby. They have a king, just like you said. That's their lord and master, and they're willing to die on his hill. And as long as they are willing to do that, he has an unlimited source of income. I'm sure he's laughing his ass off all the way to the bank, baby. But as long as he's got that engine, yeah. And, you know, that's exactly what it is. You know. Anyway, Johnny, I appreciate you joining the show. Stay right where you are. You ain't going nowhere. But we see a few more other names down here that I don't recall seeing before. Now, one of them
I don't either.
So we want to give them an opportunity to step forward and use that voice. If they came in here to join and they raise their hand, well, baby, we're going to let you in here. Except for that David guy. Anyway.
Sorry, David.
We're going to bring David in here in just a minute. Let me see. Cal, baby, you have to accept when you have your hand up and I come into the room, you have to accept that before you can actually come in. But feel free to do that. And I see another one while we wait on Cal, baby. See if sometimes it's Discord, baby. And Linda A. Or Linda A. I'm imagining that's Linda A. Both welcome to come into the room and join the
green button where it says accept.
Yeah, you have to hit see where it hits or just accept it, and Zingo, the gods of Discord, will bring you up into the live room. You know, I did a TikTok earlier today. Put out a little video on TikTok and on YouTube and Facebook about the 12 pages of bullshit It's
Hey, John.
yes, sir.
I'd like to do a shout out.
Go ahead, baby.
I would like a shout out, healing blessings to Randy Curvin.
Indeed, baby. Indeed, Randy and Chuckster 255, as y'all recognize that name in the chat. I've been in contact with both of them. Randy, I spoke to him just the other day, yesterday. I think it was yesterday, and he sounded a whole lot better. Sounded better.
Good.
But he's got a way to go. You know, it's not going to be easy for him to overcome. Evidently, it was pretty serious. And but Grace is concerned about him, as we all are. And but you know, yeah, just keep them positive vibes and prayers, them thoughts and prayers, baby. Keep him in your heart. You know, he's going through a lot, and you know, Randy, he uses his voice relentlessly, and I couldn't be prouder of the guy. And Chuck. Chuck had a stroke and is in a convalescent hospital out in Los Angeles. Chuck has no family to rely on. I'm in contact with him to try to help him in any way that we can, but I need certain information from him to be able to do that. So we're in the process of trying to do that because he's reached out for help. And Chuckster has been you just called me Chuck. Okay, yeah, but Chuckster 255 is stuck in my head. I'm sorry, it's been there for years. It's in my head. That's what your name is. But I'm in contact with him, and we're going to see what we can do to help there. Anytime we can help somebody in the family, you know, we're the first ones to go point that out, that there is a need. And this family has been very, very good at that. And as a matter of fact,
They have.
you see him down there? You see him down there in that audience? There he is. Are you shitting me? A filthy mouth liberal coming up in here?
So, I'm going to tell you what, guys. The one thing you can count on with this family is when they show up in front of your house with a truckload of thoughts and prayers, that son of a bitch is full.
Is it full?
Yes,
I
it is.
figured it would,
it's
baby.
not going to be an empty damn truck. You don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff.
That's great. I'm
I've been
glad
the
to hear that.
receiving end of that graciousness.
Having been at the receiving end of this a number of times, I can testify to that. And when this family shows up, by God, they are armed and ready to rock and roll, man. I kid you not.
How's Mama?
Mama is well. Mama's about to go for her second chemo treatment. She's only having to do them every 3 weeks, I believe, right now. And she's just getting recovered from the first one. So she's about to go back to have number 2. And we'll see how all of that goes. But all things considered, she is doing well.
Good deal. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
But I'm particularly concerned about Randy this evening, and forgive me because I don't know Chuck as well as I should. But Randy, we've all known for years.
We all know Randy because Randy uses his voice, and
I am particularly concerned with his well-being, and unfortunately, I don't know how to reach him right now. Otherwise, I would have already called him.
Andy, I got your number and I have his number. I'll just do a little magic and.
That sounds great, man. That sounds fantastic.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind hearing from you at all.
I would love to call and encourage him.
Or I might just call and make sure that's
Grace.
I'm sure it will. I don't even have to ask. I know it would be. You know,
well, I mean,
Randy's
if
got
you
a
need
big,
to obtain permission, feel free to do that. That's no problem with me at all.
Yeah, well, you know, somebody's personal phone number. I don't know, Andy. Might have to have you checked out, brother. You know, check into your background.
I've been needing to get checked out for years.
Dude, yes, don't we all? Are you shitting me? It gets recommended me all the time. Hey, Johnny, we got to remind you here, brother. Anytime you want to speak, jump right in. This crowd is not a bashful crowd in here.
No, we're not, Johnny, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come in and take over.
No, not at all.
Get your feet wet, buddy.
We want to make sure that when new people come in the room, they're comfortable in here to be able to speak, and yeah, sometimes you just got to stick your foot in there, and we'll just sit here and yak all night. So,
John?
Yes.
I have my wife, Linda A. is on here.
Oh, Linda A. is your wife?
And I don't know why I'm in caps. This is the first time I've gotten on Discord.
Well, I see you down there.
Well, welcome, Linda.
Welcome, Linda.
Welcome.
All right. Hey, you know what that means? We got Johnny and Linda. Like Keith and Kathy. See? We have couples, baby.
Yeah.
We have couples on here. So
Linda and Johnny
If
were
you remember,
sweethearts. They were true for a long.
well,
Never
see,
mind. I'm
here
not
it
going
goes.
there.
Never mind. Next thing you know, they're going to make another song. Yep. Well, welcome, Linda. We appreciate both you and Johnny joining us.
I'm the Linda that sent you the shirt from New Jersey.
I'm having a little hard time. Linda, would you rather me just bring you into the room?
We have two computers on here.
Oh,
and
okay. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it would probably get a little confusing, but don't worry about it. I'm sure just both of y'all want to join
It's
this.
kind of like Father's Day in my old neighborhood. It doesn't get much more confusing than that, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It won't be long before you're old hands at this.
Now y'all are up in New Jersey, right?
John, I've been with you and Randy for years. The first time we've been able to get in Discord, John and I here.
Oh,
We're about you're now about 50 miles north of AC. That's all I'm gonna say.
okay. I'm having a little hard time hearing you. I don't know.
I think she said they were about 6 miles north of Atlantic City.
Oh, okay.
50.
50 miles north
50.
of Atlantic City.
My bad. I got a hair lip
I
here.
think
I'm
I
sorry.
got it. I just increased
Forgive
the
me.
volume from my headset.
We have been back and forth, you, Randy, myself, on messaging. Maybe you do that, maybe not. But it's, I don't know why I'm in caps. Or no picture.
That's all right. That's all right. I think, have I gotten
Hey.
mail from you?
They don't want to see my picture either, Linda, but nobody wants to look at that.
Believe me, if I could get away with not showing mine.
Shirt. Everybody shirt. Some Democrat.
Oh, it's.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Andy, did she say she sent me a shirt?
I believe that's what she said.
She sent a shirt to you a while back.
Well, there you go. I don't know. I was just thinking from just the sound of you, it just sounded like you've been here a while. And indeed,
John is having this particular bout of cerebral flatulence.
that's what it is. I'm having
He'll,
brain farts. I'm not as well versed in proper language as the filthy mouth liberal, but yeah, I'm having brain farts. But
At one point, John, you and I were messaging back and forth, and you were scrolling. You saw my name, and you thought I was born in 1965, and it came up that I was born 1950. And you thought that was kind of funny at that point. Maybe
I think I remember that. In the fog of my brain. Well, then you've been around a while. I thought y'all were new. Go ahead and get the hell out of here now. Let's bring in somebody. No, I'm just bullshit. I'm just bullshitting. I'm glad. I'm just
brain. Look in that bowl over there, and let's see where the fog really is.
Yeah, I know where the fog is. It's right here. I keep it confined right in front of me. And it's Cavendish.
It's foggy in Jersey.
There's fog in New Jersey?
Yeah, you like the smell?
Yes, indeed. My kids
We
are
got a little fog in North Carolina too, but I'm not going into that tonight.
No. I wish I was where y'all were because I have to smoke this damn old Cavendish. It's sad.
Oh my God. Well, we're pulling rabbit tobacco out of the backyard over here now.
Rabbit tobacco. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You smoked it. You know what I
If
mean.
you don't pull it up, the rabbits will eat it. So
You bet your sweet they will.
anyway, yeah, no, well, we reserve that for Fridays, Spirit Bud Friday. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I got some new beers to try out. Thanks to Dr. Todd in the house. who sent us a variety of beers. Did you see that, Andy?
I saw that.
Did not.
Oh, Lord, Andy, I got this humongous ass package delivered to my house. I went to go pick it up. Son of a gun, man, this thing's heavy. Immediately, I'm thinking, whoever sent this, oh, Lord, this thing cost something to send. And it ended up.
It was all in one piece.
Oh, wait. Anyway, I'm standing by the house one day, and the guy pulls up to my house, and it's Dr. Todd. And he hand-delivered this box, by the way. Anyway, that's the deal. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway,
God bless Dr. Todd.
I've got there are 6 different beers, 2 of each one, and I'm glad he did because he sent me this beer before. One of them right here, Andy. Can you see? So I don't know if you've seen this one. I have never opened this. He sent me 2 of them, and I drank one. And this one is still sealed, and it's called Putin is a Dick. Yeah, that's the name of the beer, and
You
it's
read the back of those.
That's a hell of a can,
each
too.
one. Yes, this is a big quart can. Maybe this is not a small. And look at here.
Oh my God!
Look at here. This is a Biden beer. You can see that one.
I'd drink that son of a bitch
Oh,
warm.
man.
I wouldn't even bother to chill it.
I've got another Putin is a Dick beer, so that means I can drink this one. This got 5.6% alcohol.
Chase one with the other one.
Yeah, let me see. This crowler supports the refugees of Ukraine. Lakefront Brewery is donating $10 to the National Bank of Ukraine, humanitarian assistance to Ukrainians affected by Russia's aggression and to help the refugees of the war. This crowler costs an extra $5, and we are matching those funds for a full $10 each from each growler going to those in need. And every one of the beers has a statement on it, baby. And I got a bunch of them, including.
Lovely, man.
Oh man,
that is fantastic.
I got some filibuster beer. I got some. AOC IPA. An AOC IPA, which is real nice.
And all I got is Ice House.
Oh, you got Ice House?
Son of a bitch.
Man, I'm telling you, baby, I'm cooking. Yeah. I got some beer cooking here.
I'm jealous. I don't have any beer.
I got one called. Got no beer. Well, baby, tomorrow's Beer and Bud Friday, so please, get your ass out there and be prepared in an appropriate manner. And we'll wait for you.
We forgot to
we'll
bring
wait
me some
for
the
you.
last time she came
Son
out.
of a bitch. Boy, howdy.
I'll have to remind her again.
How lucky is John Bridevo to get all this
Pretty
beer from
damn
all
lucky,
over
I'll tell you what.
I know.
God.
When that shows up in the mail, that just, it just like, wow, are you shitting me? And he's a doctor. And that's even cooler. Because who am I? I am absolutely, that's right, Suzanne, tell her, no beer, that's sacrilegious right there. I'm nobody.
No, don't bother asking people who you are, because we all know who you are, and we are all grateful for who you are.
Who?
You.
Me? Shit.
You, damn it, yeah.
Shit. All I do is turn on this camera and allow everybody here to meet. That's what I do. That's what I do. I try to bring in conversation.
This family has grown to depend on that over the last several years, and it would never have been instituted had it not been for you and those of you down there who do what you do, who do that voodoo that you do, man.
That voodoo, and that's why we got to be, looking out for Randy Kervin, because he uses his voice, and he's faithful to that.
We have so many people in this family who do this very thing. Indeed. And who make a difference every day. Ginger Woolty.
Virginia Whitley is in the house.
You got Randy. You got
Leo Sahaki.
Leo. Yeah. You got all these guys out here doing all this kind of thing, and we could not do it without any of you.
Tim Cormall. We got Robin Kincaid out there. Well, Robin's got her own. She's got a show.
But Robin's a big part of this family too. Yes,
she is. And we've had cross-pollination between the Horn family and the Blue Dot family, which is always good when you get that mixing of
It ain't like we're the mafia or anything like that. We want to get along with everybody.
Yeah. Won't be no horse heads in your
People
bed.
of like-minded flock together.
That's what we do, baby.
Yeah.
And then the
Birds of a
reason we do
feather.
is because we're concerned. Right, David?
Always concerned.
Always concerned, brother. If we're working for a better word... I'm sorry.
Speaking of
my
concerns,
toe keeps getting licked.
right now
It's
there are a
a
number of
plastic.
salacious stories going around about Lauren Boebert. While I don't like Lauren Boebert, I wouldn't mind seeing her disgraced. None of the stories have been verified yet. I can't find good sources for them. I know a lot of people are talking about them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've seen that.
I ain't seen it.
There's no,
Hey, tell me.
There's no solid. It's her paying for, or Ted Cruz paying for sex with her and her working as an escort. The other one is her jumping out of her SUV vehicle or Jeep vehicle with her family inside and at a trip and nearly killing her sister.
The whole escort thing today, and I was really trying to find that.
She
I
was a
looked on the
wild
website.
critter when she was young. I do know that.
SugarDaddyMeat.com.
But I wanted to bring it to your attention because we did have people in chat that were talking about it.
Really?
And like, I would love to verify this, but you know, the rumor is, rumor of a rumor is that she is pissed off the same group of people that Cawthorn pissed off, and that they went after him in such a big way to get rid of him. So it's very possible.
Couldn't be
there's
because he called him a bunch of cocaine using, orgy having.
Well, as a North Carolinian, I can tell you that Cawthorn is out of here, no problem. If Colorado can do
Is
the
he?
same
Ted Cruz
thing,
is my senator too. I'm
It's the
ashamed.
priesthood
God
of
bless you
of Ronald Reagan is
But-
what it is.
Now wait a minute.
And
There
this
could be a
organization,
truth of truth to this, because for the mere fact that if Ted Cruz had sex with Lauren Boebert, I am sure Ted Cruz had to pay big for it.
John,
That part of the story, I could believe that, baby.
My
My
problem is I
brain
don't know which
eyes
one of them
can't
are
stand that.
sicker. Which one is sicker, having done
Yeah.
that with the other
Yeah.
one?
I will almost guarantee you that there's exaggeration of the story. However, like I said about the priesthood of Ronald Reagan's whole thing was Republicans don't criticize Republicans, and he put that into law, and they followed it pretty
Thou
steadily
shalt
ever
not
since.
spell ill of another Republican.
And
Indeed.
look what happens. Look what happens when they stray from that.
But
So
David,
she
look
might
what
be,
Donnie's
she might be
doing.
another one there.
Donnie is anybody that speaks out against him
Donnie has loyalty to no one.
to nobody,
Yes, and
baby.
he's-
But he demands loyalty from anybody around him.
Yes.
You know,
He's never been a Republican, though. I mean, he's a fascist. He's a right winger
he's-
now.
he is a
He's
fascist.
never been
He is.
human. That son of a bitch has never been a human being. How could he
He
have been
was
a
very
Republican?
liberal early before he decided to run for president.
There are a number of
until Obama
Republicans out
pissed him
there.
off,
Yeah.
and then holy shit,
There are a number of Republicans out there anywhere that remain human, but he, oh my God, that's certainly not one of them.
no.
Liz Cheney,
Yeah.
on the other hand, I'll have to say a little something good for her.
Yeah.
Talking about Liz Cheney, I
Yes.
seen a report done on her today, and they were taking interviewing some people that were around in Wyoming, and there's a gal that's going to change from Democrat to Republican so she could just vote for Liz Cheney.
Yeah, I'd heard that story.
I mean, if that's her thing, God bless her.
I would remind everyone, Liz Cheney may be an ally and may have
Yeah.
a sense of honor. She is not our friend.
No.
She is not
No,
supporting
she's not.
anything we look to try
She
to do.
is the same that she has always been. She's a staunch
Yeah.
Republican. Her political views are nowhere near where we want to be. Remember, she was the third-ranking
Yes.
Republican,
Well,
and
Yes.
but I will give her great credit. Her and Kinzinger, her more so, because she's still running. Kinzinger gave it up. He's not going to run again, but at least he's on the panel.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
she
but
is
Liz
certainly
Cheney-
not someone.
Oh no, you
She's
messed with
certainly
Darth
not someone
Vader's
that I'm going to send
daughter.
all my friends out to vote for. But
No.
she has to be given credit where credit is due.
Yes.
And it is due. In this particular instance, she has done the right thing.
Yes, and she
And
Their
continues
ally,
to do it
the
today.
Soviet Union was their ally during World War II.
Yeah.
Sure, yes, they're our ally.
Yeah.
But
But they're not
take
her-
your eyes off them.
They're not your friend. That's right, Susan Jarrett in big bold letters. She's Dick Cheney's daughter. Yes,
Right.
yeah.
He's a terrible shot, and she probably is too.
Yeah, it's sort of like every time I'm going to ever see the words Amber Heard again, first words in my mouth are going to be, she shit on the bed. It's like, there's certain people, and Liz Cheney's one. Yeah, she's Darth Vader's daughter, man. She's about as Republican as you can get.
But at least she has some sense of decency about her. Not what we would like to see, but a little bit more than the rest of the establishment.
He has a little bit of
To quote Mega Wet Willie,
the
the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's what Liz Cheney is right now. She is at least, well,
I'll give you that,
in this, I will give her the credit for having the integrity to do what she is doing, to be on that panel and to be the co-chair and stand up in the hearings so far. Everything we've seen come out of her mouth. Now, Betty Thompson's doing a great job, but I'm waiting on Liz Cheney to speak. I'm wanting to hear her because she's coming out with the shit. And that gives it even more credence. They can't sit over there and saying, wait, like Donnie's whining about, no, you're only looking at your witnesses. No, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I think everybody I saw last night was a Republican in your administration or your lawyer.
One of their people.
Yeah, these are your people. Is my toe clean enough yet?
Those seem to be the only ones who are being critical of him right now, are his own people.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I want to throw the normal team under the bus here real quick, as they kind of define themselves. The normal team is just as culpable for what happened on January 6th as the crazy team. They sat back and let it happen, knowing full well it was going to happen.
You're absolutely right.
That makes them complicit in it. So I think the testimony that we're seeing from Donnie's people are those that recognize what happened. And knows there's going to be a price to pay for this shit one way or the other, and they're trying to save their own ass. Yeah, because you're right, David. This went on. We saw Barr and everybody else testifying right after the election, baby. We called him, hey, look at here, your shit's losing.
I'm still not 100% convinced that Bill Barr did this out of morality, or if he did this to
I have
cover
no
his
illusion
ass.
that he did it out of morality.
I was thinking about this earlier. Bill Barr is a fascist. He just is a fascist with a limit for violence. He doesn't want unruliness.
I'm with you.
So when he realized what Trump was going to do was going to lead to violence, and Trump wasn't having any problem with it, that's when Barr jumped ship.
Yeah,
he covered his ass.
He knew what was coming.
He'd do something if he had proof to do it. He has still said he will vote for Donald Trump despite all of this.
That's what amazes me is
rather than the destructive blue agenda that would destroy the country.
Yeah, that's what we're out here doing.
So, Bill Barr, zero credit in my book.
I saw.
Thank you for testifying the truth when it served your purpose.
I was never prepared to give him any credit for anything anyway, but I am glad that he testified the way that he did.
I think like David said, they're all of these, I think, are testifying on the premise that they know their ass is guilty. They have
covering
problems.
their own
They
ass.
are covering their own ass.
And when you get to this point in the process, that's the only choice you have if you want to save your own neck.
And Donnie, he's going to double down and triple down because he knows he has no other thing. He's always been that way. Donnie has always been that way. Lie and stick to the lie.
Donnie's 70, how many years old? He's nearly dead any fucking way.
73.
73, 74, somewhere along there. He's not going to be around much longer anyway.
No, but I'd like to live long enough to see his ass get indicted.
I would too.
I really would.
I mean, if he punched me tonight, it wouldn't hurt my feelings.
That's right. Giuliani wasn't any drunker than he ever was. That's true.
If we stop this conversation right this minute, and we got a news bulletin that he had offed himself, or if he had a heart attack and it became fatal, I would have no problem with that whatsoever.
Me neither.
Because that is the sentence I wanted him to get to begin with.
My first thought would be,
and people are going to criticize me for that, but I don't
I'll
give a
rethink the God
shit.
thing. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
Well,
that's why I know there ain't a God, because they would have struck his ass dead long time ago. Shit.
Look how many people died because he couldn't tell the fucking truth about the corona.
You bet your sweet
Yeah.
ass.
That's
Donald.
Yeah,
blood
look
is
how
on
many
his
people he said.
goddamn
No,
hands.
there's
How
no.
many children
Yeah.
have been taken from their parents
Thank you.
and still have not been taken and given back to their parents because of that asshole and his policies?
That is exactly why I have no conscience about this thing whatsoever. If he goes right now, it's not going to hurt my feelings one bit.
No.
I don't think
So
anybody's
yeah, I
cry.
do want to see indictment. I want to see it, and really, I think I would rather see it come from DOJ than be recommended to the GOJ. And let me
I
call
wouldn't
this
care if it
out
come from
because
Sugar
for the
Daddy
first time
Lita.
tonight, I got a donation. It was from Mage Prime STEM Realm, who donated $2 and said, "He's orange already." LOL. He's orange. We know he's orange. He's an asshole. He is a leech upon society. He is a grifter. That's all he's ever been. That's what his daddy taught him to do.
I love it.
You know,
Lennox,
And forgive me, I'm seeing the video about 2 or 3 seconds behind
Are you?
what we're doing here.
Uh-oh.
So I just, when you said that, I had to flip back over to the video. Oh my God, that really was said. Okay, fantastic, wonderful.
Yes, he's orange.
I love that.
You see, we're finding out things we already know, but now we're getting witnesses under oath. We're getting people to testify. Yes, he's an asshole. He's a dick. He's full of bullshit. We know all this.
And
Now,
we've known this for how many
did
years,
I-
John? Come on.
Oh, well, yeah, since he came into the scene, baby. I knew it.
Right.
We've known it for years and years and years. A long time before he even came into politics, he was a dick from word one. He was bloviating all the time about how great he is, and I can't stand somebody like that.
Let
You know,
me
if you're
take
gonna
just
spend
a
all your time
moment
talking
to.
to me, telling me about how great you are, yeah, I don't think you're that great.
Let me take just a second to remind Johnny and Linda not to just sit back and listen. Please participate if you can.
well, what I was about to say though was Lennox is a tribute to happiness. Anything left standing. Everybody he had an opportunity to, and then they allowed his father to laundry the cash. I mean,
Yeah.
it's disgusting. But yet, you know, I don't put down people from New York, from this region. I mean, how can you be so blind? This has been a thing family forever.
Indeed.
My family, my blood relatives, Johnny, do this same thing. They posted things even today on Facebook about Joe Biden and what a terrible thing he's doing, yada, 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 yada. And all I could think of, I love it when you people do this. Please continue to do
Please
this.
continue.
Because that tells me how goddamn retarded you are. Forgive me for using that derogatory term. But that tells me how stupid you are.
You're about
Please
a quarter
continue
bubble
to
off.
do it.
You know,
Right.
if you
right.
put a level on
And-
your head, we're going to be about a quarter bubble off. You're not just
Yeah.
evenly there somehow. If you
And,
still believe this shit.
I'm sorry to use derogatory terminology, but I'm talking about my family, and they deserve it. Let them keep putting that stuff. I love to see that kind of stuff, but every time I challenge them on it, they have no possible way to substantiate whatever claim they're making because they're just too fucking dumb.
They're too stupid.
Couple of important super chats.
Let me get to them right now. Timothy Silva Jr. just came in with a $10 donation, and this one's going to get a comment. Today is Dictator Orange Man's 76th birthday. Let's give him
God
a
bless his
birthday
little
gift he will
pecan
never
heart.
forget: a massive blue wave in November.
A big fucking raspberry.
Indeed, baby, indeed. Now,
Second that goal.
let me add comment to that because, in case he's listening, it's not only that asshole's birthday. And believe me, since he came on the scene, Travis hates him because it's also Travis's birthday today. So
Oh,
to my son,
Travis.
happy 31st
Travis,
birthday
happy
today.
birthday, man.
And I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for him. I wouldn't have the ability the technological ability to put all this together. I rely on him heavily, both of them, both my sons, and But yes, Travis's birthday today. He turns 31 years
Congratulations,
old.
Travis.
So
happy birthday.
And
Happy birthday, Travis.
May the good Lord take a liking to you and all that good stuff.
And he hates it. He utterly hates it that Donald Trump has the same damn birthday. So
we're going to overlook that.
We're going to overlook that fact.
I'm
so.
going to spend the summer here in New Jersey.
Better man has the birthday on this date.
He does, indeed. And let me thank Claudia Garcia, who came in with a $10 donation and said, yes, I did. Did you see Garland smiling when he said yes, he was watching the hearings? Yes, I did, Claudia. I did notice that. Thank you very much, Claudia and Timothy. Thank you very much. We appreciate that tremendously. Yes, I seen him smile. And what was that about? That's what I mean. I would really rather see the charge. If there's going to be an indictment, I would rather see it organically from Department of Justice than any recommendation from the committee. The committee is showing the evidence to us. Yes. Yeah, and I just think that if DOJ is seeing the same thing we're seeing, and we know they are, and more, we might add.
Yes.
Then if we start getting that sway meter going over to, oh shit, look at this, he's guilty as shit, somebody do something, then I think Department of Justice is going to do something. But again, I'd rather see it come out organically out of DOJ.
It's going to take some pressure.
It is going to take a public opinion.
We're just the type of group of people to apply that type of pressure.
We have seen this story before.
We can make that happen.
We've
done this before, and we can do it again.
Yes.
And do it again.
When a president steps out of line, you hold him accountable, or you're just asking for more.
And it doesn't matter if that president is a Democrat or a Republican.
Anyone.
If he's out of line, he's out of line.
There you go.
First thing, if we get a Democratic Congress and Senate, first thing that we need to do is make it legal, Roe versus Wade.
Well, they need to codify it. Is what they do.
Started on that.
That everybody's still waiting on that decision. And I'm hoping that the Democratic machine out here is going to get that kick in the head of, we better step up our game. We did a hell of a good job in 2018 and in 2020, but 2022 is coming down to the game, baby. Because if the Republicans, and I'm so tired of hearing talking heads on TV, well, the Republicans are favored in the midterms here. They're just really, the economy's terrible. Biden's taking it on the chin. The Republicans stand a chance. Fuck you. Kiss my ass. That is not up to the news. It's up to the American people. And the American people have been witnessing what the hell the Republicans have been doing for the last 6 years.
And there are so many people who have failed so miserably to recognize that particular aspect of this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Don Cheeto. The Electoral College is old at Chico. It should be the popular vote.
We need
baby.
more people to really lean on the message. We need to expand on Biden accomplishments.
Indeed.
And, to ignore them. Into their silly game.
That and you're right, because right now the jobs numbers are great.
Yeah.
They're going off the chart. Hiring is really getting back. Wages are up.
Excuse me.
Not
Sorry
a problem.
about that.
Not a problem. Good beer. I'm on board.
It is, yeah.
So there you go. Occasionally I have to cough, so same thing. Same results. Yeah. Biden has been doing, and I was that speech. I was in the car today, listening to most of that speech. But I was. It was like I kept thinking to myself, "That's it, baby. Fire it up, ready to go. Let's go." Because he was pumping it, and I was glad to hear him call out the Republicans' willingness to fight him on everything, and it flows in with what I always say: the Republicans will try to hurt the public, the Joe and Nancy out here, to make their life a little harder, So they can point at it and say, oh, look here, you got your Democratic president. Look at the gas prices right here. Holy shit, are you shitting me? We got to get rid of that guy. If a president had control over gas prices, we would be paying nothing for gas. Every president coming along would be lowering the gas prices. It doesn't work that way.
It's a commodity. You can't change the price of commodity.
If you ask me, it's not only that. It is the oil and gas company, which is very big here in Texas, baby.
It's so synonymous with commode.
They favor
what goes into
the Republican
commode.
Party. Because look what the Republican Party did for them. Look what Trump did for them over the 4 years he was in office. You want to know why the oil field is booming? Is look at what Scott Pruitt did to the EPA. Rules and regulations, baby. Get rid of them, baby. It oils the grease, man. Make that industry fly. And that's what they're doing. They're making money hand over fist right now with oil. They love this shit. Oil prices as high as they can get them. You bet your ass. You're paying the price. They're making money. The oil is sold on the open market.
That's another thing with my family that I talked about earlier, that my family was blaming Democratic people for the price of gasoline and other things. And because they have no idea who controls the price of fuel in this country. And that just gives me a little something extra to laugh at, because they're just that much more stupid.
Yeah, look at gas.
And I hope they're listening tonight, because I want them to know that. I'll be glad to call them on the phone personally and tell them that.
That's how come I've been ostracized from my family. I've called it out. I live in oil and gas country. I've worked in an oil rig. I've stood on that floor with that drill bit. You know, it's a money making machine, baby, and they like it when the price of oil goes up.
It's capitalism. That's all there is to it. At its best, baby. At its best. What pisses me off, and like I say, I've worked staring down that fucking hole. What pisses me off is and Joe Biden addressed this the other day, because he was talking about they already have 9,000 leases right now on public land that they're not drilling on. They're whining about, we want to buy some more leases here. Look, we want to buy some more leases from the public property division there. We'll get that oil and gas out of the road, because look, we're hurting right here. We need to get it out. But they got 9,000 they haven't touched yet. It's a way to manipulate the cost of oil and when and how it's drawn out of the earth, baby. But what pisses me off is those are leases on public land. Public land. Doing that.
Guess whose oil and gas that is?
It's ours.
Public. It's public oil and gas. Yeah. That's your oil and gas. That's our resources being pumped up by a private company and sold on the open market, and that's the racket, baby.
That based on who is holding public office at this time. If that's not their horse, they're going to withdraw, and they're going to hold back on making offers on that. When their horse gets into office,
when you get into,
they're going to release that money, and the economy's going to look wonderful, and the Republicans are going to look great for that, and there is no way to deny that. That's just what they're doing. They're that goddamn crooked, and that's all there is to it.
That is. Are they that crooked? Yes,
Indeed,
they are that crooked. Everything from Citizens United all the way up to where we are fucking now has been an attempt. Corporations are people too. Corporations are people. No, people work for corporations, but they're not people, and they don't have a voice in our democracy. That's some of the biggest bullshit that has allowed what has happened to our body politic. Is that decision, the Citizens United, that corporations are people too, and they have a right to have a voice in our. No, they don't. We the people. It doesn't say we Sears or we Ford or we Exxon. No, it says we the people, and they've perverted that to the point that they think that the corporations have a louder voice. They have a bigger wallet. What is your piddly ass got?
Pervert everything to their advantage.
Your vote.
That's all they're ever going to do.
Yeah.
They're going to pervert that until they are at the advantage, and when they have the advantage, then they'll release all kind of happy horse shit. I mean, that's just all there is to that.
You need to pass a law for the whole rest of the 49 states, like Alaska.
Like Alaska
where the
does.
people get
where
the
people
royalty
get a dividend
off of
in the profits of the oil and gas that they sell.
Yes.
It's what should happen. But guess what? That ain't gonna happen. It's air, oil, and gas now. We sold them lease. It's theirs. They get to do whatever they want with it. They're screwing this country over. In a methodical way, and yes, that leads to fascism. When corporations rule the world, that's fascism. So let's don't hide it with some other word. In the total scheme of things, that's where the Republicans, I think, would like to go. They don't want your piddly-ass vote. They'll tell you what's good for you. Isn't that what they're trying to do now with voter restriction laws all across this country? They're not interested. They said it themselves. It's the quality of the vote, not the quantity. Really? Quantity, huh? No, so good? I thought it was all about the numbers, man. Nah, it's about whose numbers. You know, and that's bullshit, baby. But we can't allow them to keep feeding that whatever the fuck it is out there, because every time I turn on the news, that's what I hear. Well, the Republicans are poising themselves to be a big winner in the mid. No, baby. No, we can't let that happen. This is the test, because if we let him have it, he's coming back, baby. He's liable to come back with a real big vengeance. Tell me he wouldn't. What's that, John?
The media just, I mean, Trump wrote a freaking golden chariot. I mean, every day the news, Donald just said this, no matter how fucking outrageous it was.
Yeah.
So
why do we even give him? I'm sorry, Johnny.
Media, which is what they're doing, they control the conversation because they're too busy fighting with each other.
It's because I think a lot of the media has become profit driven. Remember when there was no money in news? Before 24-hour news, internet news came along, and 24-hour CNN and everything. The news was not supposed to make money, and now it is, and that's what's sad, because it perverts the news, it perverts the story, and no greater example of that is Fox, which is not a news story or a news organization. They are an entertainment corporation. Look it up, baby. That's what they are. They have a Fox News division, but Fox News, no, we're not news. We're entertainment, so we can say anything we want. And that's where Fox gets away with their bullshit mountain, the epitome of anti-American shit that you could find on your TV. That's Fox News. They are the most anti-American.
That's why they're not broadcasting the hearings.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask that. Has anybody else heard? Because I saw a headline that said Fox News caves in, going to start showing the hearings. And I was thinking to myself, really? Yep. But I don't know if it was one of them like fake stories where you have to click on it and then click on it 10 more times before you find whatever the fuck it is you're looking for. Which I
that has to be clickbait. Can't be anything else.
I think it had to be clickbait. I don't know. I didn't pursue it because I had my mind somewhere else.
Just go through and watch it. They've been going through watching it themselves and then using it to twist the words.
I want to tell you what I was thinking that threw me off on that.
This bulletin just in from high atop Bullshit Mountain.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what that is right there. That's all that is.
Oh, Nancy Halverson is saying Fox showed the second one. So maybe they did. I trust Nancy. If Nancy says it, they probably should.
How much did they filter it, though?
Well, their commentary, I'd like to see that shit. Oh, that's not true. Oh, yeah, and that guy's don't believe that guy. He's no good. He's afraid of the Democrats. That's what he is. He's just afraid of the Democrats.
Oh yeah. That's
He quit being a Republican a long time ago. Yeah. I don't know what the. Bill Joins is saying yes. They lost money by not airing the first hearing. There you go in a nutshell. It's about the money, baby. Thank you, Bill, for verifying that.
Is the incomparable Bill Joins in the room?
Yeah, man. Is he? That's right.
Excited when you mentioned the incomparable Bill Joins. I have to make sure he's not.
Izzy's chiming in saying, I think they did it on Fox Business, which I think they did. I think I heard that too. Somebody check that out. I think that they did it on Fox Business, not Fox News.
Fox is Fox.
Fox is Fox, baby.
John?
Yes?
Ed Bradley Jr. just raised his hand.
Did he?
Yes.
Well, you know what to do. Get the ruler out.
I
Smack that hand. What are you doing in here? Trying to get in here. Ed, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How's everybody?
We're doing fine.
Hey, Ed.
brother. Thank you for coming in.
You know,
and
it's
joining
kind of weird. I mean, I won't talk about the hearings. I mean, they say the ratings for the hearings have been gold on daytime television
Right.
rather than soap operas. But it makes you wonder why I know that many of the Fox affiliations don't even air it.
Right.
Because, well, let's face it,
It's not good. For
because they have a news division that shows nothing but a lot of clout and bullshit. And of course, you don't see OAN or Newsmax or True News broadcasting it
Nope.
because they don't air the news.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Because
even look at that. Occasionally I'll go to look and see what Fox is doing, you know, see what let me see. They were doing the hearings and I went over there to look and they were having the shark guy. The guy that took a picture of
I
a
do
big
wanna
shark
say-
going by his boat or
okay.
something. And they were
Can I add something?
what?
Have you heard the news that it was in Idaho that 31 Patriot
Oh, yeah.
Front white supremacists have been arrested, all thanks to an anonymous tip? They were trying to create another Charlottesville.
Yep. Ain't that some shit?
In the U-Haul?
Thank goodness for whoever spotted them and called them in. Hey, you got a truck down here, a U-Haul out here, and there's like, I don't know, 30 guys in there with military gear on getting in the back of this thing. It looks like they're doing something. They got clubs and
got
shields and shit.
family.
You know,
I got
They-
family that live in Idaho.
you do?
Yes.
Well, baby, are they're safe, huh?
I hope so.
Me too, baby. Me too. Me too.
Of course, the same former presidents say stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
These Patriot Fronts, Proud Boys, and Nazi assholes
Yep.
worship Trump. That's the
Vote
problem these days.
keepers, 3%ers. Throw them all in there, baby.
They're assholes.
They're
all assholes.
unpatriotic. They turn their back on this country to support that bullshit. All of them, the Oath Keepers, all those American patriot sounding name groups. Yeah, they all suck and they all turn their back on the Constitution, baby, because they backed a lying sack of shit because of their own
Exactly.
bigoted life, their own biases, their own bullshit that they want to hide behind. You came crawling out your rock and you found yourself a savior. That's what they are.
Shit.
And that's what
That
these
savior turns his
these
back on them.
31 people up there and now given most of them they said were not from Idaho. They're from other areas. So they've
Parts of
come
Texas,
some of them.
they said.
Yeah, one of them from Texas. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Boy, how's he. Let me thank Teresa Diggum, our resident artist who gave us our wave over here, who came in with a $5 donation and said the DNC needs to up their messaging. Hire the Lincoln Project and other good ex-Republican ad advisors. They know how to message. Hey, fam, love to you all. Love back to you, Teresa. Thank you. Sometimes I have a brain fart and then I go, wait a minute. I swear, it happens to me all the time. And
Another
then
thing
I
I've
have to
seen in
spend
the
a second
news-
going, wait a minute, check this, cross-check that, and all that shit. What were you saying?
And the other news I seen was Mrs. Clarence Thomas is going to have her ass in a toaster oven pretty soon, I would think.
Wasn't she a lively little thing? She just a
Yeah.
little busybody all over the place. She was all over Arizona. She was trying to rake together all the guys down in Arizona to overthrow the election down there. Oh, isn't she just a
I'm
pillar of
surprised she's not running
society?
for governor.
Was that it?
I was surprised she wasn't running for governor of Georgia.
Yeah.
Like Candace Taylor, who not giving up because even though she lost in third place and a 3.8%, she's still not going to give up. She's not going to concede,
no.
just like someone who was following the footsteps of another person who didn't want to concede in the 2020 election.
Okay. Oh, Martha Olivera is giving us an update for the guys there arrested. There were 7 from Texas, 6 from Utah, 5 from Washington, 3 from Colorado, and 1 from Alabama. And they know.
Alabama
that they
don't
know of.
surprise me.
No, Alabama doesn't surprise me. Neither does Texas, really. Neither does Texas.
Washington
We have a lot of
surprises the shit
bigoted
out of me.
assholes down here. You know,
Washington State, yeah,
the rebel
Washington
flag
State
flies right
surprises
down my
me.
street, baby. I don't have to look far to find it. Right down my street. So
Same,
proud of it too.
same. The same day that she was in the head of the head news feed, the other story was the cover-up of the shooting in Alvon, or in
Alabama.
Texas. At the school, I pronounced it wrong.
Oh, Uvalde.
Uvalde.
Uvalde. Yes. You threw me
A
off with
complete-
that pronunciation, baby. Oh,
I'm
I've been there lots
sorry.
of times. No, that's all
Got
right.
my
Uvalde's
tongue,
well known.
I got my tongue in front of my eye teeth and couldn't see to speak.
It is pitiful. Somebody made a comment a little while ago that the Uvalde School District or the City Council met today, and Mr. Arredondo was not at the meeting. He is the chief of police that was inside that school for over an hour, and he is not going to show his face because if you're anything like me, if I see him, I think of nothing but you cowardly asshole. You had 19
lowered it
officers.
up.
You had enough people to stack both doors and make entry. That's it. Oh, we didn't have a key? No shit. Got a shotgun? Blow the freaking lock off. I think that works. I've seen it done before. So, what the fuck, whatever excuse you came up with.
Here's
The
here's
bottom
a few
line
things that
is.
come out.
Huh?
A few things that have come out is that a lot of the kids that were in there could have been saved if they had gone in.
If they would have gone in
sooner.
immediately. If they had enough
Yes.
personnel in that hallway to force entry, then every second was counting. So this whole delay coming out of Uvalde, this whole thing of, well, we'll talk after the families quit grieving. Quit grieving? Really? That ain't
Never
never going to
do.
happen. And the longer this bullshit goes on, but it goes deeper than that. This is also leading right up into DPS because DPS was on scene too. All right? Nobody wants to take control. Nobody wants to admit they were in control. The chief of police of the school district police, who was in the hallway, is saying he didn't know he was the one in charge. I didn't know I was in charge. No shit. Chief of
Didn't even
police
have
of
a
the school
fucking
district.
radio.
He didn't take his radio. Didn't want to give him away. Really? Really?
The thing is about those radios, John, it's come out that those radios do not work inside that building. They do not broadcast out of that building.
Well, I don't know. I haven't heard that part, but regardless, he was the chief of police of the school district police. He's the chief. He's in the hallway. Kids are right behind that door, and he's going to wait there an hour. I don't give a fuck what comes out of his mouth. I don't care what sorry excuse he has. He has none in my book. It's bullshit. Whatever comes out of his mouth is bullshit. And that's my true heart feeling on this crap. That man allowed that to continue. For what reason, I don't know, except cowardice. Get your ass in the fucking door. If you don't want to be the first one, turn around and ask one of them 19 who's got courage. I'm sure somebody would have stood up because I'm hearing reports that there were officers in that hallway saying, we have to make entry, we have to make entry. So yeah, this story pisses me off. Because what's happening is this, yes, they had to wait for the key. And then they had to go through a certain number of keys to find the right key. Please,
And then
please.
Then the National Guard was handed a key. He put it in the door, opened it, and shot and killed.
That wasn't a member of the National Guard. That was a Border Patrol.
I mean, Border Patrol.
Yeah, Border
excuse me.
Patrol agent. Yeah, that's who went in that door. So the answers have to be told because this was, in my book, a complete failure of law enforcement on this. There were officers out in the parking lot with AR-15s hanging around their neck, holding parents back from going in. I got to stay back for an hour. I don't,
I'm just curious, John.
That's a bad story, Betty. What's that?
I don't know if I may be wrong on this, but maybe chances are I'm not. Most of the kids that went there, that school, the majority of them were Hispanic.
Yes, Uvalde's highly Hispanic, a majority Hispanic. Yes.
it just makes you wonder.
It's Keith Ellis just wrote, if I had kids, I would homeschool them. Smart man.
Yeah, I would too. If I had children today, I would too.
I started in 2001. My kids were young.
They go to the park.
We homeschooled our kids. Had the police come to my house one time. Hey, what are you doing here with your kids? I'm homeschooling them. You want to know? You want to see? And after that, I had no problem. Wasn't trying to hide anything. Excuse me.
Keeping your kids out of school,
Gotta
John,
figure out
would
what's
be an
causing
answer.
this. Lack
I
of
think the
intake.
kids that I can remember, we had to duck and cover for atomic bombs. Now they're ducking and covering for armed
They're talking about
terrorists in
putting
our own
ballistic
country.
blankets up on school windows. That's what we need to do. Protect our schools.
Get a
Put
bu-
ballistic
get a Christmas
blankets.
present. Get them a blanket.
And now we're talking about,
Excuse me.
I seen somebody's story the other day that justices of the peace should be armed at all times. Sort of like we're doing teachers. Yeah, and that's what I say to it too. No, I don't think so. You don't get no gun to protect yourself. You're asking teachers to do that. No. Mm-mm. But that whole little deal there with the Justice Kavanaugh with the guy outside the house who turned himself in. Thank goodness he did.
John, I've got to go. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay. Hope everything's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's just a phone call from my sister-in-law.
Oh, well, good.
I'll talk to you later.
Well, send her love, and we'll
Bye.
talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Well, and how appropriate, because I guess it's about time we should start wrapping. Oh, wait a minute. Look here. Watch. I want you to recognize the fact that I did that all by myself. Nobody had to jump in here and say, "Hey, John, hit the Patreon credits." I'm just wanting to. I'm getting better. What the hell did I knock off there? Knock something off out. Oh. Important piece of equipment. My lighter. Anyway. Sorry, Proud Boys. Yeah, there's a list of them, baby, that we could go through that have turned their back on this country, and they all have some kind of patriotic or uplifting name, like American Rescues or whatever. It's bullshit. You want to help, baby? Look at her alpha dog. Hey, John, hit the. Oh, never mind. See, I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Y'all are training me well. Travis is still in the land of the. Still out in California. I'm just so jealous. I wish I was out there. They went to the Winchester Mystery House today, which is cool because I went there in 1972. So that's pretty cool, I think, anyway. But anyway, I guess we'll wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for jumping by and joining us. Andy Paguda, thank you. Filthy Mouth Liberal for coming by and joining us. Johnny and Linda, John and Linda, thank y'all both for coming in. Enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And don't make this the only time. Come on back, baby. Did I hit something? Is everybody here?
I am still here.
Okay. I just wanted to hear a voice. Thought I hit a button over here or something. It got quiet all of a sudden. Anyway, John and Linda, thank you both for coming in. I appreciate it tremendously. And Ed Beatty, thank you very much, sir, for coming in and joining the conversation. We appreciate it.
From you again.
Yeah, come on back anytime. We'll be here.
Will do.
Fight continues, brother. We got to be here. And David.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother, for coming in and joining the conversation.
Always a pleasure.
Always. And, got to stay after this. And to everybody else out there, our family on YouTube, on Facebook, thank you so much. A shout out to Bernadette. I hope everything's going well. Take care of yourself, baby. We missed you. And I'm hoping all goes well. Anyway, thank you all for being a part of this. Hey, we got to wait for another committee hearing on Thursday, but pay attention. It's almost like entertainment. I want to call it the show, but it's not a show. It's an exercise in our democracy, and if we don't pay attention to it, things could go awry. Things could go downhill. Things could turn into a shithole nation if we let that asshole back in. And this is the way that we keep that from happening. And
it's also putting the bits and pieces together so they make sense. Those little bits we've been getting.
Yeah.
over the last.
If
more
we
than a
lay
year
it out
now.
for you on the table here, maggots. Looky here. This is what happened. Do we have to draw pictures? Do we have to make a comic book out of it so you can understand? Whatever it takes.
Have Trump's own people saying it.
Yeah. These are Trump's people talking here. So we're not. You know, it's just, it is what it is, and if we pay attention to it, then the right things will happen. Anyway. Again, thank you all for being here and being a part of this. We'll be back here again on Thursday night, and that'll be after the next hearing. So that we'll have plenty to talk about, I'm sure. David, you're the only one left, so say good night, brother.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here. Remember, try your best to put a smile on your face, and better yet, try to put a smile on somebody else's face. It'll make your whole day go just a little bit better. But pay attention, baby. And be involved. That's the best thing. Anyway,